Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to tell you guys about the most important rule when it comes to making a lot of money. Now, before this video starts, be sure to check the first link in the description. The first link in the description is going to give you information on how to build a business buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. Maybe I'll leave these glasses on. First link will give you information about buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. It's a business that allowed me to make my first six figures by the age of 21. Also, check out the fifth link in the description if you want access to 6 free stocks from Webull. All you have to do is make a new brokerage account, deposit at least 1 penny, and you'll get 6 free stocks from them. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the most important rule when it comes to making a lot of money. So like I said, I made my first 6 figures at the early age of 21. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I made and one of the biggest problems I faced at that time was I simply had no money management. As fast as the money was coming in, I was spending it. And really that was because that was the first time I really started to make money. I don't come from money. My parents don't have money. And I started to make a lot of money very quickly. And the first thing I did was buy clothes, buy sneakers. I almost bought a brand new big body Benz, and I really just had no money management. But, you know, it comes with the territory. So now when I see people who, you know, either are celebrities, whether they're athletes, or whether they come into a lot of money and they start spending it pretty viciously or quickly, you know, I understand where they're coming from, and I could feel what they feel. Maybe not on the same level, because if they sign a huge contract, I never got a huge contract, but I could feel what they feel, because it's a feeling that you really can't understand unless you actually go through it. So from there, you know, I experienced it one time. And then I also experienced it when COVID hit. So when COVID hit, a lot of people who, you know, nobody really knew how it was going to affect entrepreneurs. And from all entrepreneurs I know, COVID was actually one of the best things to ever happen to people. And it was one of the best things for me. It opened doors to a lot of opportunities. And actually it blew, when COVID hit, a few months after COVID hit, my businesses all took off. I mean, my real estate company, my YouTube channel, and my medical commodities business literally all went to, you know, the roof, and they all exploded. And then again, I also was making a lot of money, and there were certain purchases I made that, you know, thinking back, that I probably could have saved a lot of money. And the rule I'm talking about in this video is, it doesn't matter how much you make, right? Making the money means nothing. You could make millions and millions of dollars, but it's really about how much you keep. I think they said Mike Tyson made somewhere of, you know, $500 million, north of $500 million. And now his career is kind of revitalized, and, you know, it's booming again. But I'm pretty sure, and I'm not here to count his pockets, but they say that he doesn't have $500 million. I think I even heard a story about one time he had a Rolls Royce, he broke down on the side of the road, and he said, screw it, I'll buy another Rolls Royce. And that's just foolish spending. But like I said, when it's coming in, you know, $10, $20, $30,000 a month, or $10, $20, $30,000 a week, or $10, $20, $30,000 a day, your attitude towards money and how fast it could come back could really change. So like I said, it's not about how much you make, it's really about how much you keep. And it really takes a strong individual to be making a lot of money and not want to go out there and buy a new Rolex, to not want to go out there and buy a new car, or a new chain, or new watch, or new jewelry, or new clothes. And that's something that, I'm not gonna lie, I've really struggled with over the past. Now, yes, I do very well. Yes, I'm financially free. Yes, I'm pretty successful for my age, and, you know, I am in the top tax bracket. But at the same time, I have made that mistake multiple times, and, you know, I still do it from time to time, where I'll make a bunch of money and then I'll feel inclined to take a vacation, or to buy something, or buy some sort of item. And that's a big mistake that I would want to tell everybody. Now, I'm not on the verge of losing everything I have. In fact, I'm nowhere near that. But that's one of the things that I can tell everybody is, when you start making a lot of money, it's really important to, one, start putting it away and having a really big nest egg, and then also investing it so that the fact that you can't touch it. So one thing that I recently did not too long ago was create something called a SEP. So a SEP is called a Simple Employee Plan. Now, I also, you know, since I started to become really more and more successful, I got a stronger legal team behind me, and with that, a stronger accountant, stronger tax advisors, and I've been parking a lot of money away into my retirement account. So, you know, even if the money that I currently have in my active bank account and I were to spend it, I know every single month, based on my total revenue that I can get a tax deduction and put the money away into my retirement account. And if you go on Google and you type in compound interest calculator and you deposit, and you see based off a 10% annual return, if you put away $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you could see in 20, 30 years when you go to retire. And I probably plan to retire before then, but even then, by the time I'm 50, 60 years old, you really want to be in a very set, strong position. I heard Jack Ma say, in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you should be building. In your 50s, you should, start to slow down. In your 60s, you should sort of be retired. Now, obviously, you can retire before that. Even now, I'm in a point where I'm really pretty much set as long as I stay on this pace and keep growing. But you really want to make sure that if you're making a lot of money, even if you could be making less than me, more than me, if you're making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month, you want to be parking something away into investments or into a retirement account. So me personally, like I said, I made an initial, when I started it not too long ago, I made an initial big contribution to my retirement account. And now every single month I make a monthly contribution, which is, depending on how much you make and how much you pay yourself, you're actually allowed up to a certain amount based on the tax code. Now talk to your accountant, talk to your tax advisor, but that's one of the most important things to understand, especially when you start making money, is it's really not about how much you make. You could be making millions and millions and millions of dollars, but if you're not able to actually retain it and hold on to it and park money away for investments, park money away for retirement, and then have a strong nest egg and a strong emergency fund and then a strong operational checking account balance, then it doesn't mean anything. Like I said, there's been so many times when I was younger and I first started my business, and then just recently around when COVID first hit, I kind of had like two experiences where, it was like this and then it just shot up to the moon and I really started making real substantial amount of money. But like I said, it doesn't matter how much you make. You could have made $2 million, but if you spend $100,000 at Gucci, if you spend $200,000 at Louis Vuitton, if you bought a brand new car, a brand new watch, you bought your mom a brand new house, and you have all these material possessions, but you have nothing to, to show for it, it could be a really defeating feeling. And I could think back to many times where I made a bunch of money and I'm like, I made it, but I don't really have much to show for it. So as you start to make it, make sure you're starting to park stuff off. Make sure you're starting to put some here. You could buy some crypto if that's what you think is a good investment. You should buy some real estate. You could put some money into a money market account or an investment account or, a retirement account and get, what I have is like a financial advisor from somebody that I know in business. I have a few mentors that recommended this particular financial advisor, so that's who I went with. And every single month I plan to keep parking money away, and based off the amount of money that I plan to park away over the next set amount of years, by the time I go to retire, I'll have multiple millions of dollars. So the one thing I just want to tell everybody is, as you start to make a lot of money, that is one of the most important rules and calculators, which is, it's not about how much you make. You can make millions and millions of dollars. But if you make millions and millions of dollars, and we're talking millions, we're talking about profit. If you make millions and millions of profit and you only keep 20, 30,000, that's going to be a pretty defeating feeling. And then it's just going to be, you're going to look at yourself and be like, where did it all go? And I don't have anything to show for it. But at the same time, if you do it, I think it's good to get it out of your system. Like now I'm at a point where, I've really simplified my life. I don't buy as many designer clothes as I used to. I don't buy a lot of things that I used to. The most things I might really spend my money on is kind of experiences. Like I travel a lot now. I was traveling a lot the first, 4 or 5 months of the year, but really the most thing I spend my money now on is experiences. Material possessions to me doesn't mean anything, but at the same time, whatever you're going to spend your money on, enjoy your life. Obviously you got to live your life and enjoy your life, but make sure you're parking money away every single month, every single quarter, so that if you do spend maybe more than you desire to, you have something to show for it. And then the time you go to retire, you have $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 million parked away. So I just want to say that again, make sure you are stacking your money, but it's all about how much you keep. It doesn't matter how much you make if you can't hold on to it and keep it. So there you guys have it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to put a thumbs up on it. Check out that first link in the description if you want access to information about how to buy and resell diabetic medical commodities, and the fifth link will give you access to 6 free stocks from Webull. Again, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.